Our ancient ancestors relied on extremely simple types of energy for most of human history. Human muscle, animal muscle, and the burning of biomass such as wood or crops. However, the Industrial Revolution introduced a completely new source of energy: fossil fuels. Fossil energy has been a key driver of the advancement of technological, social, and economic development. The world's reliance on fossil fuels is growing by the day. For the same reason, we need an alternative to avoid the exhaustion of limited fossil fuels, as we have already utilized more than 40% of them. Renewable energy is a viable alternative. The energy created from naturally replenishing sources, for example the sun and wind, are termed renewable energy. Moreover, unlike fossil fuels, renewable energy is not harmful to the environment. So the big question that awaits us is, why don't we replace fossil fuels entirely with renewable energy? Definitely, renewable energy is the answer to a lot of problems we face. It has its barriers. Even if we ignore political factors and solely focus on science and engineering, renewable resources are virtually inexhaustible in duration. But finding inexpensive and accessible renewable resources is difficult. One of the reasons why renewable energy still only provides about 14% of our needs. Let's start by looking at how we use energy to gain a better understanding of the situation. Electricity and liquid fuels are the most frequent and basic forms of energy. Electricity powers appliances, computers, machinery, etc., whereas liquid fuels are used in almost all forms of transportation. To fulfill the need for renewable energy creation, sunlight is one of our planet's most abundant and freely available energy resources. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface in 1 hour is more than the planet's total energy requirement for a whole year. This is more than enough to fulfill our current electricity usage levels. So why are we not already doing this? Even though technology has made it possible to harness solar energy from the sun, we are yet to build the infrastructure to fulfill the purpose. So why don't we build that? Because there are roadblocks such as efficiency and transportation. Solar panels must be installed on a surface that receives a lot of sunlight year-round, like a desert. Unfortunately, these types of areas are generally far away from densely populated areas where energy requirements are high. Hydroelectric, geothermal, and biomasses are a few alternative forms of renewable energy. But these too have limitations based on availability and location. A new transmission system is required to take full advantage of these resources. Transmission can be done via a well-connected electrical energy network of power lines crisscrossing the globe from the point of energy generation to the point of consumption. Building such an infrastructure requires a lot of money and time. However, evolving advanced technology can help beat this hurdle. Another key component is the energy transport method. It needs to be dramatically altered, as current power lines waste around 6% of their energy due to resistance. A wide-ranging network with longer power lines would mean more energy loss. To tackle this problem, superconductors can be used for transportation. Such materials can transport electricity without dissipation. Unfortunately, they only work if they are cooled to extremely low temperatures, which wastes energy and defies the purpose. For the very same reason, we need superconducting materials which operate at room temperature and are yet to be discovered. Moving on to the all-important oil-derived liquid fuels. The scientific goal is to store renewable energy in a manner that can be conveniently transported. Among various batteries, we've recently improved our ability to produce lithium-ion batteries that have high charging-discharging efficiency, high charging density, and are lightweight. Despite this, they can only store about 2.5 megajoules of energy per kilogram, which is 20 times less than the energy in 1 kilogram of gasoline. Although lithium-ion batteries have been available for many years, they are still regarded as immature technology by some because they are still in the early stages of development. It would be practically impossible to employ such heavy-loaded batteries as we go towards larger vehicles, such as ships or planes that demand tons of fuel. This, too, necessitates a technological leap in the direction of new materials, higher energy density, and improved storage. On the other hand, finding effective ways to transform solar energy into chemical energy is one promising solution. This is already taking place in labs, but the efficiency is still insufficient to allow it to be commercialized. Technology, economics, and politics all play a major role in the shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources. There are multiple factors that hinder the adoption and development of renewable energy. Moreover, there are many reasons to be optimistic that we will succeed. Top scientists from around the world are constantly working on these issues and making breakthroughs all the time. Moreover, many countries around the globe have started to acknowledge the need for transformation and have invested in developing technologies for the adoption of renewable energy.